Thanks for staying with us. We are staying on the two major developments in the Russian-Ukraine war. One of them is that Russia, and that particularly President Putin, is accusing Ukraine of a drone attack on the Kremlin, while the second is that the Ukrainian President, Volodymyr Zelensky, moments ago addressed the ICC, calling for a crime of aggression charges to be brought against the Russian president. We're joined now by a international affairs analyst, Uria Fancelli. He joins us from Sao Paulo, Brazil, virtually. Good to have you join us.
Hi, Precious. Thank you for the invitation. It's nice to be here again.
So I want to start with the attack or the allegations of attack against Ukraine on the Kremlin by Russia. I want to get your reaction to that. And for one of the most heavily guarded leaders in the world, doesn't this also raise questions about the effectiveness of Russian air defenses?
Yes, Precious. Actually, there's a think tank in the United States that said that these attacks, they were staged by the Russian government just for domestic audience. Meaning that if Russia is losing a lot of soldiers, a lot of people on the ground, on the battlefield. So they need to also portray themselves as a victim somehow. So that's why this think tank thinks and believes that these attacks were staged by Russia, and also the White House has denied the Russian allegations that he was involved or that the United States was involved with these attacks.
And Russia is saying that it has the right to retaliate. How should we expect Russia to respond? And then will this lead to any significant escalation on the battlefield?
I don't think so. I don't think that it will be something that will happen at the battlefield. Last night, actually, there was also another thing that happened in the Russian territory. Two oil refineries in the south of the country, they caught on fire, but it was something that was controlled. But at the same time, when Zelensky was in the Netherlands today, he said, well, actually, the Ukraine said yesterday that the Ukraine doesn't have enough resources to take this war outside its own territory. So it doesn't make sense, you know.
And do you think that perhaps the only plausible explanation is that Russia is staging its own attacks?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear your question.
I was asking if you think that the only plausible explanation is that Russia is staging its own attacks.
Well, it's not my own opinion, but if you look at some think tanks, if you look at the United States intelligence, that's the only plausible answer that we have to that question, because there's no reason why the Ukraine should try such a pitiful attack, you know, because it's two drones that were flying over the Kremlin that suddenly they shock with the roof of the building and then they start on fire. I mean, I think if something like if Ukraine tried to actually have a better attack, it wouldn't be so pitiful as this one.
And Zelensky is in The Hague calling for charges of crime of aggression to be brought against President Putin. We'll see how the ICC responds to the call for the War Tribunal. Thank you so much for talking to us, as always. International Affairs Analyst Uria Fancelli.
Thank you.